know most of you are thinking, why is he using a scroll saw to cut the slots? Most people would use a jigsaw. But believe it or not, I've been scrolling so long that I'm able to compensate for the flex in that blade. But the flex in a jigsaw, no matter how slow I go, I always seem to get the blade slipping off to one side, and I got sick of messing with that, so that's why I went with the scroll saw. I just wanted to explain that, and let's get back to work. Now, I just want to point out two things. I'm using a spiral number 5 Flying Dutchman scroll saw blade, and if for some reason you chose to use the same blade, then one advantage to the spiral blade is it can be used as kind of like a mini sander. So if I happen to go off the line here, if I'm just inside the line here going this way and I want to shave off a little bump that might keep the other piece from sliding directly in there, then I would just very lightly tap the spiral blade up against it to kind of sand away the little wave in the line. But another thing I wanted to point out is when I'm going this way, now when I'm cutting a straight line, I tend to always push it away from myself just to be consistent. But the little short one here, I can generally get that. But anytime you in a video, whether it's fast forward or real time, if you see me going back and forth like this, it's because I'm sanding away a slight wavy line. Because a straight line is very hard to do on a scroll saw. Anyway, when you see me going sideways, I want you to pay attention to, as I get closer to that corner over here, you will see me stop moving the piece, but it's still cutting. What's happening there is I am letting the flex come out of the blade, because as with any flexible blade, if you're putting any kind of force against it, in this case I'm putting force against it in this direction. So when I get to about here, I start slowing down or stopping in order to let the spiral blade unflex, and that way I'll go real slow or just let it unflex right into that corner. And I just wanted to explain that in case you ever choose to do scroll sawing, or if you've never used a spiral blade, I figured that might help. I'll admit this could look a lot better, but I have an order coming up and I've got to get on that and get it out. But I hope you appreciate the effort I took and the uniqueness of it, I guess. But a lot of things I could have done would have been staining it, routering the edges either with Roman OG, however you pronounce it, or rounding over. Much better sanding. Now, this is only for my shop, so I wasn't too worried about getting it real pretty, but I think you get the idea of it, and I hope you appreciate it. This was done with slots, but I could have done other kind of joinery or pocket holes or anything if I had just made separate pieces out of all these instead of 10 pieces of, you know, just slots. But I hope you appreciate it. I hope you take the time to share it, thumbs up, and leave me a comment. It's been a while since I've had a video out, but I'll try to get back in the swing of things, and I hope you like it.